Hello, this is Top Preps Sports Interviews by Sunil Sunder Raj. Today, I'm happy to be speaking with Devin Baker, a senior at Cornerstone Christian Academy in Tillar, Arkansas, and a combo guard on the varsity basketball team. Once again, Devin, thanks for taking time out to speak with me. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, congrats, I said, on your success here. Your senior season on the varsity basketball team. Looking at your stats, very impressive. Averaging 20 points per game, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals. Devin,
Yes.
your first game of the season, 20 points, 4 for 10 from behind the arc, 8 rebounds and 3 assists. Wow, that's gotta feel good. I said,
Yeah.
especially this last go around and be able to see your hard work really pay off here early on, Devin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you just describe it? I mean, just in terms of preparing for this season, putting that Warriors jersey on. What does it mean to you personally? Just talk about in terms of the practices and getting your body said ready for this grind and just again that first game. Just talk about the emotions of playing in that.
Coming out of my junior year, I think averaging around 12 points a game, I knew that probably wasn't going to get, me anywhere probably. So, me knowing I have a dream of the NBA, practice all summer, waking up really early every day, just getting to work, and knowing that this is possible your last every year playing basketball unless you get the chance for a higher level, then you better get to work. So that's what I did. Put my body
Yeah.
through a lot of adversity just to go through this.
hmm Hey, just the fact that you're so multi-dimensional in terms of how, especially on the offensive end, how you can really change the game, and then defensively as well. But just talk about that, the fact that your scoring is really picked up, quite a bit here. But just in terms of when you're on the court, in terms of looking at your getting that jump shot off or driving to the hole, getting to the foul line. Just talk about just again being able to again help out your team in so many ways.
Scoring is something that my team has always struggled with even before I came, is what I noticed. So
Okay.
I knew that, we had to learn to move without the ball
hmm
to be able to get them open shots. So that's what we did. That's what we worked on. And that's what I was able to help teach and show. And throughout the first 5 games of my senior season, I was able to put the ball in the hole a lot more than I was last year and show them how to work through it and
hmm
just able to, score a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's wonderful. Uh, your story is very inspirational. I mean, the fact that you transferred here to Cornerstone Christian Academy junior year, freshman sophomore year of high school, you didn't even play basketball due to MCL injury. I mean, the fact that you were able to come back from them, overcome serious said injuries, and the fact that you're out here on the basketball court. I mean, that's got to carry. It's gonna be very meaningful. Just the fact that you're back out there. With a team and again flourishing. Said just talk about how I mean how gratifying that is.
Obviously, missing your first 2 high school years of injury sucks. It's something that nobody wants to go through, something that you don't want to go through. And so coming back from coaches that never knew that you was going to be anything at your other school, so you having to transfer to even prove yourself. And now that you've proven yourself a little more,
Mhm.
when you're healthy, it feels really good. It,
Yeah. That's terrific. I'm just wondering, you're so versatile because you're a combo guard. I'm wondering, like, just in terms of, being able to switch up, play both positions. That's really got to, again, help out a team just drastically. Just talk about, I mean, those positions, just, whether it's point, shooting guard, what is it just, in terms of playing those positions that makes it so exciting, for you, again, to play here, Devin.
I love playing the point guard position. I think because you're generating the floor. You're
Mhm.
just scouting. You're looking. You're making the plays. Then as a shooting guard, I feel like that's my best chance to be able to move without the ball. I feel like
Yeah.
that's my best chance to be able to get my shot open. And as a point, assist is my favorite stat because it means you're getting your teammates into it.
Yeah.
And so being a point guard, I love getting my teammates into the getting in their rhythm in.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing better than distributing the ball. It's like you're the floor general there, the quarterback of the team. You know
Yeah.
that's yeah, that's definitely got to pump you up there. Hey, I wonder when it comes to the game of basketball, for you, what are some of the intangibles just in terms of playing the sport? What is it about it? You come back year after year. It's a grind, 24/7, 365. You can't take any days off. You got to be fully committed to it. So I'm just wondering when whether it's a practice or you're out there on the court or even maybe on the bench, what is it about the game that really just again fuels you, to be the best you can here, Devin?
Um, I don't really know what it is about it. It's just something that I've loved. It's something that I find it's a hobby
Yeah.
and it's a passion
Hmm.
and just I don't know everything between dribbling, passing, shooting is
Yeah.
all fun to me.
Yeah. Hey, again, your fundamentals and skills, you've again perfected that craft. I had to ask you on the defensive end, the fact that you're able to, again, rack up those steals during a game. So you're obviously defense is something you really zero in on. So just talk about that component as well in your game.
Defense is something that I feel like if there's anything any coach from my seventh grade year to my senior year in practice, they would tell you that I'm a better defender than I am on offense.
Hmm.
But that's because I know that you can, if you was to be a better offensive team and but no defense, no matter what, they would probably still come out on top. So I've always knew that. So
Hmm.
if you can't stop the ball, then you're going to lose no matter what.
Yeah.
So I've always learned to stop that ball and to be able to come up with stop, stop, stop. And so being able to study, my school don't do film or nothing. So
Okay.
I would look up the teams that we're playing online, like on YouTube or something,
Yeah.
and I'll watch their hand signals, watch their facial expressions, their eye movement, everything, their feet movement to see when that pass is going to happen. And when we play them, I'll read it, pick it off, and I'll just take it to the hole or pass it to my teammate for an open shot. And so it's really something that I find natural, but also at the same time, I work so hard to get to where I'm at. So,
Yeah, I really can see you're a true student, of the game. You really picking up the fine details, the minute details in terms of opponent. That is so commendable. Again, just your. I can see your drive to leading your team to win. You talk about helping your teammates, gaining that extra little bit of confidence. I'm wondering, just in terms of watching college NBA, I wanted to get this question in. Any players that you really pay particular close attention to, and sort of maybe try to pick up some of their tidbits and nuggets and apply it to your game, Devin?
my off ball movement, I'll obviously look at Curry, just the way he moves off the ball.
Yeah.
Um, the way to get my shot off the catch, I'll look at Duncan Robinson or Clay Thompson or something.
Yeah.
The way I like find a way to get around people, I
Hmm.
would look at Jordan Poole. Um, a fade if since I'm a guard, I'll work in the fade if I ever have to in the post. Look at Kobe, Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
um, and then Chris Paul for the floor just probably the better players at them positions, but I'll still watch them.
Yeah. No, all just, I mean, world, and elite players. I mean, they're just, at the championship level. And yeah, those are all, great examples to look up to. Hey, I'm wondering just in terms of they talk about the physical component or aspect of playing basketball, but also mentally as well. But, just to throw in there, strength and conditioning, nutrition, rest and recovery. There's so much that goes into it. If, again, as a basketball player, if you really want to excel, really move up that ladder. I'm just on a personal level, what you've been able to do, especially you've been through the injuries. So, fully, in terms of being able to make that comeback and recover, but just what you've been able to do to keep your mind and, said body in shape here the last, couple of years here, Devin.
Um, I feel like I've had my moments where I've let myself down. Last February, or this February, I twisted my right ankle
Okay.
and it swole. Well, my left ankle. It swole to literally Hades. It was horrible.
Oh my
And then
God.
and then this year I had my moment where we was playing in our third game, I believe, and I did the exact same thing to my right ankle.
Okay.
And luckily we had a 2 week break off to where I can heal it without me missing one game. And so
Mm-hmm.
that took a big mental toll on me because it was like, at first I heard a pop and I was like, I'm not coming back from that. But
Yeah.
I went ahead and shut that down real quick, and I was like, I went through this literally a few months ago. I can do it again.
Yeah.
So I just bigger. The more inspired I just felt, and the more motivation I just kept giving myself, the more strength I
Yeah.
was able to get to being able to rest that ankle, ice it,
Mm-hmm.
ibuprofen, whatever I have to do to get back on the court and help my teammates.
Yeah, I can see that you've persevered quite a bit here. I'm wondering, it's not always being, I said, an athlete, it's being a student athlete. You definitely have been able to, as said, rise up here. I mean, straight A student, 3.8 GPA, really, it's difficult. I mean, like, especially in high school, trying to balance out both academics and athletics, but you've been able to, figure that out flawlessly. I'm wondering, just in terms of time management and organization, how you've been able to handle that. I mean, there's so much that goes into in terms of the practices, the games, travel, but again, you've been able to figure out that equation. Just talk about that as well, Devin.
Well, uh, I feel like a big part of that has to do with me focusing. I focus more on, let's see, like when it comes to worrying, I worry more about my basketball career than I do my academics. But that's not because, of like, it's because I know academics. I've never actually been good at academics, but here
Mhm,
recently I've tend to been focusing on it more.
mhm,
So I know if I focus on my NBA career, then that academics is going to want to come.
mhm.
And if I was just to focus on something else, then I wouldn't care that much about my academics level. So it's
Yeah.
if I cared about making it to the NBA, I know that I'd have to have my grades at a certain point, you know. But if I was just wanting to be like a dude flipping burgers or something, I wouldn't have to, you know, have that much of an academic career. So I feel like that just comes with me wanting to make it to the NBA
That's
and
true.
me wanting
It's yeah. I mean, always having that degree, high school, and then of course the college degree. No one can take that away from you. That's something you've earned and worked, hard at, and something to fall back on as well. Hey, you mentioned before utilizing social media, watching, said other teams play. Highlight videos have really kicked in here, just able to tap into the various outlets, especially Twitter. Just talk about how you've been able to really, again, use that to your own advantage, especially on Twitter, and, let, college coaches, recruiters, scouts out there, see what you could do on the court. And obviously, of course, I said your achievements in the classroom as well speak for themselves, but just talk about that as well, Devin.
you're talking about how I utilize my social media to my
Yeah,
advantage.
social media, the highlight videos, being able to post that content. I mean, that's really I'm sure vital for you, in terms of being here in your senior year and again
Yeah.
giving people a glimpse of how you can perform, on the court?
Well, my school also, like I said before, we don't do film, so I have to get people like my family or friends to use their phones to video. So
Okay.
whenever I get them videos, I'll cut them to the highlights that, I feel like are to my advantage. Whether that's assists, points, steals, whatever, I use all of them. And so I've probably texted every single coach on Twitter that I can think of. Like
Yeah.
you go on Twitter right now, and there's probably not one coach left you can find that I'll be able to text.
Yeah.
Not all of them have responded. 'Cause quite a few of them have, but
Hmm.
there's gonna be some that haven't. But
Yeah.
yeah, so
That's right.
without
That's
Twitter, I
great.
wouldn't have been able to get that first offer. So
Yeah. Hey, you talked about family. I had to ask you, your dad, your stepmom, mom, two brothers and three sisters. Talk about they gave you the confidence, to be great. You come from humble beginnings, but talk about how much they've meant to you along this journey, especially, you know, I had to ask you about that.
well, they've all been pretty, you know, what is that word? They've been pretty motivating to me. They've been
Hmm.
encouraging, and so that helps a lot. But my dad has always been the one that had the most faith in me because me and him were the
Hmm.
ones that worked at it. We were the
Yeah.
ones that, when I was in sixth grade, playing ten games a weekend and didn't score 1 point. That's just, and coming from now averaging 20 a game in just 6 years, I feel like that's
Yeah.
something that you don't
Yeah.
just come up with.
That's right. You have to really be, again, have that determination. You have to have that grit, to again battle through, said the tough times through the ups and downs. And I'm wondering, Devin, when you were growing up, any other sports you played as well, and really when that shift to back basketball really occurred for you?
I played football in seventh grade, and
Okay.
I was gonna play football my eighth. I was gonna play it the rest of my years, but
Mhm.
a few more injuries other than MCL sprains, like minor ankle tweaks that happened during football season that just kept me out anyway. So
Mhm.
I was just like, I'm just gonna stick to basketball. That's what I love more anyways. But the football was just to get, my body through more workouts and stuff for the years.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I was pretty good. I was a pretty good player, averaging probably 2 picks a game in seventh grade. So
Wow, that's tremendous. I think they always say that like how one sport can affect another in terms of just staying in shape. But some of these I would say sports are similar in terms of the movements and like what you could do like in terms of keeping your body like in shape. And I think that's great. I just had to ask you about, this is really cool is that, focusing on your hobbies, because with, the demands, with the stress of, academics and athletics, the fact that you still, I mean, are consistently, again, putting in that time, going to the gym, inside the basketball court there, or outside, just working on your game. Just talk about how much again that really benefits you. Especially at the gym. You talk about how you go in there and your body feels so much better after a workout there, Devin. Just talk about that as well. Describe that.
when you go in, well, when your hobby is to go in the gym, you build a love for it that maybe people wouldn't think it's fun, but for you it's fun.
Hmm.
And so that's what it turned out to be with me when one of my friends got me in the gym for the first time to work out, and I was like, I don't need this for basketball. But
Yeah.
you realize quick that you really do, because once you get to a high level competition, the more stronger they get, the faster the yeah. So it's whenever you
Yeah.
go in there, it hurts while you're doing it, and it sucks. But when you realize what you're doing it for, and then the workout's done, and you're just on your way home now, you're like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
you know, I've never regretted going to the gym, but I've regretted not going to the gym. So
Yeah. No, I think it's a great release, and just in terms of you know, by yourself, just being able to, again, work on the different parts of your body, and then just come out of there again, just you know feeling good, and it just that again, there's nothing better than exercise. Yeah, a couple more left here, and actually, before I get to your dreams and goals, I want to ask you about the level of competition that you played against here. Uh, again, a Christian, at Cornerstone Christian Academy. Excuse me. Just can you talk about that as well, and your if any coaches you want to mention as well, Devin?
We play. We're at a private Christian school, so I don't really know what our conference would be called, to be
Okay.
honest.
Okay.
But I would say I used to go to McGee School in Arkansas, and they were
Okay.
3A,
Okay.
and I've played against their competition. So I'd probably say competition wise, they're probably about equal.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
at the same time, the people we play against are, 6'5" taller, maybe 6'3", and
Yeah.
we're not really a tall team in general. We aren't. We probably have three 6-foot players, and then the rest of them are like 5'6" and under. But
Okay. Okay.
but
Yeah.
us as a team, we work no matter the height. We don't,
Yeah.
we're not. So, but we competition. It's not easy.
Yeah.
you know, But we play against. Let me think. We play up against schools that have won championships in their level. So
Mm-hmm. Great. That's great. All right. Yeah, it said dreams and goals. I know that you want to make it to the NBA. You talked about having faith, in your skills, your work ethic, and God, and taking care of your family. I mean, it said, I mean, that's just, just amazing. I just talk about, having those aspirations that eventually one day want to make it, I said, to the professional level. I mean, that's, uh, just talk about, and I think you set a great example for younger kids and athletes out there. I'm wondering what you would say to those younger kids. Again, it's a very competitive field out there, especially with social media and other influences. But what would you say to the kids out there? Because you definitely have been through, again, the rigors. You definitely have. Grinded it out. I mean, I said it's not easy, especially at your age to do that. But what would you say to them? I said if they're trying to, again, move up that ladder.
don't waste a second because there's probably a million people in the world working out to get exactly where you want to be, and 1 second of lacking can put them 20 spots ahead of you.
Hmm.
And whether you have a better recruiting, better recruiting thing than they have right now, it's right now.
So
That
it's
level.
cutting out a little bit. Yeah, I couldn't hear you, Devin.
All right, you good now?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
All right, so I was like, they're having a better recruitment than you are right now, but you lack that, 1 second that they didn't. That could show in all different type of ways. Them scoring more points, being more aggressive on the defensive end, them being stronger. That really don't matter. That it can take if you don't want
Okay. Yeah. There was a lot of interference coming in. I don't know what happened. Okay. It was clear before, but there's something is okay. I don't know if you're hitting something. Okay, all right, now it's better. Okay, Devin, just you get the last word here. Final message, for family, friends, teammates, coaches on the varsity basketball team, student body administration, athletic department, Cornerstone Christian Academy. I give you the floor here, Devin.
Can you say that one more time?
No, I was just saying that I was going to give you the final word here. Like, if you have a message for family, friends, teammates, coaches on the varsity basketball team, and student body administration, athletic department, Cornerstone Christian Academy. If you wanted to say something in closing, to anyone out there.
I thank y'all for giving me the chance.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, Devin, I really appreciate the opportunity to speak with you. Congrats on your success so far, and wishing you all the best the rest of the regular season here, and hopefully into the playoffs here at Cornerstone Christian Academy, and looking forward to seeing what you do at the next level.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.